Well now, what do we have here? Rather bold of you, hero, sauntering into my lair as if you own the place, wouldn't you say? Wait, are you dripping blood all over my floor? Do you seriously think you can take me on when you've clearly carved a path through my fortress to get to me?
Boss, we have no reports of casualties, but we did pick up anomalies on the security system in sectors 4 and 7.
What do you mean by anomalies?
The traps were disabled, but we're having to send out cleanup crews, boss. There were traces left on the floors and service panels.
You broke into my office, hero? Is that what I'm hearing? You broke into my lair, so injured you can't even defend yourself, rather than running off to your little friends? Your little tacky justice brigade, or whatever nonsense they're calling themselves? Why? Surely your so-called fearless leader could take a moment of his time to rescue you? Or is he too busy taking credit for some other hero's hard work again to be bothered to help? Sorry, darling, but he does have a track record with just happening to get to the media reporters before you can say your piece. I'm still baffled they believe him after all this time. How did he end up becoming a superhero anyway? Nepotism? Or was it your distressed damsel who keeps needing rescuing because she spends more time fawning over your leader and being decorative but otherwise useless? She always was one to play up the fragile, delicate flower act to get out of doing any real hero work, after all. That quaint little tinkerer of yours, maybe? The one always bragging about how much money they spent on their latest pet project or toy? Honestly, with the way they talk, I can't be certain if they built their inventions themselves or simply threw money at someone else to do it and take all the credit for it in the end. Maybe we should look into where all that money comes from, because they do seem to love to talk about how much they have rather than do their job. Now that I think on it, maybe that's how they got the job in the first place. The Public Defense Department does so love it when they get bribes, after all. Oh, don't make that face, darling. You don't think all of those donations were from actual charitable citizens, did you? No, my dear. I know exactly where all that money goes, and it's not to the city's infrastructure. Why do you think that our crime rate is still so high? They love their bonuses and cozy little lifestyles, not the people they're supposed to serve. Speaking of which, there's the big brute in your party, all brawn and no brains, that one. I'm fairly certain he signed on just to get away with wreaking violence on others, wouldn't you say? He did always have a lowbrow, petty cruelty to him. No class at all, that one. None of the villains I've worked with would have stooped to partner with someone like that. I do wonder what the Public Defense Department heads were thinking. If they were even thinking at all. And all these years of you rallying together for the greater good and upholding justice, and here you are, practically crawling on the floor to... Are you crying, hero? Everyone out.
Boss, it could be a trap.
Our little intruder here has always been too honest for their own good. I hardly see that changing now. Go! They're in no condition to properly fight me, but bring in Phoenix from medical, just in case. I'll call you if our charming friend here tries to play rough.
Of course, boss.
Now, it's just the two of us, and I'll not allow any lies. You're terrible at them and always have been. It always shows in your face around that silly mask of yours. Honestly, I'm shocked nobody's discovered your civilian identity yet, but no matter. Speak! I can't understand you when you're busy dripping snot and blood all over my freshly waxed floor. You what? Ambushed? Who did this? Who hurt you? I want names, hero. Those slimy, sniveling little mold spores on your own team threw you to the wolves? Or did they do this to you themselves? Hurt them? Oh, my dear hero, I'll do more than hurt them. They'll wish they never claimed to be the false heroes they've been lording about as for years. No class, no finesse, no loyalty. They only wanted power this whole time. No, my dear, you are going to rest. You are going to be seen to by my medics, and you are going to tell me exactly how they've been treating you. I'm not letting them touch you ever again. I'd always wondered why you were the butt of all their insipid little jokes. Disgusting! Oh no, my dear. They clearly didn't start because I was giving you my undivided attention. But why do you think I started toying with you in the first place? Something about you caught my eye. The fire in you, the need to prove yourself, even when it was clear they didn't seem to see your potential. All this time I've been dying to see what you'd blossom into, but this? No, my darling. I cannot accept seeing you here with your head bowed and being shattered. I want to see you rise above them and put all of them in their rightful place. But first, I have some business to attend to, and you, my dear, I will leave in Phoenix's tender care. Now, no more tears, dearest. After all, I did say I'd never let them harm you again, did I not? I'll be back in a few hours to check on you in the medical ward. I have some vermin to clean up. Ta-ta, darling. Do be good for Phoenix for me, would you? I'd hate to come home and see you've made an even bigger mess of yourself in your current state. Oh yes, this city needs a deep cleaning.